Isaac, my comparison to Kyler Murray in the NBA, which you gave it to Patrick Mahomes, but when I was watching him play this past Sunday, I would compare him to Stephen Curry in the sense of like when maybe the game is on the line. But let's say maybe first end of the first half, clock is winding down, and like Steph just wants that three for like that end of the half momentum, and so it's like he's dribbling around, going around here, going around there, and like all of a sudden he just launches that three, and like that bitch just and like for me, just in my imagination, like I feel like that was Kyler Murray, like excuse me, pardon me. There you go, Hopkins, and so that's who I would compare him to, just based off like the eye test and how he looked this past Sunday. But a question, I don't know if you agree with that, but on top of that, a question is Kyler Murray dot mob with his accuracy, or does he just have a really nice 50-50 ball?
So here's the thing, right? Kyler, well, first off, to speak to the comparison, I feel as though, and I think this is just a testament to how great Patrick is. I think Kyler may be more Dame Lillard, but Steph is just prolific, right? Changed the game and how we view it and how we judge it from a point guard. And then so same kind of ordeal with Patrick. You just don't see that every day. Arm talent, angle, you name it, he can do it and it's effortless, right? Just haven't seen it. So that's why I would kind of get a comparison of Patrick to Steph. But Damian Lillard, God damn it, that ain't a far off behind, comparison. So he's a little more Damian Lillard, minus the total clutch factor, because Dame is just off the charts clutch. I don't know if Kyler is that just yet, though he has
that body of work
clutch moments. Exactly, right. So I'll give him time to grow into that comparison, but that's more the lane I kind of see him in if we're taking those NBA comparisons. But to answer your question, just because a man had the best receiver in the league on the team, you can't help that, right? That's what you have to do with DeAndre Hopkins. You don't really see him giving a lot of 50-50 balls to other receivers. Now, granted, because the new acquisition of A.J. Green, you might see them start to take advantage of that more with the number 2 receiver, him being in that number 2 position. But, man, a 50-50 ball to most receivers for Hopkins, that's more so like a 70-30, because he live above the rim, right? So to keep that comparison going, if you want to call him Steph Curry, then goddamn, DeAndre Hopkins got to be Clay in the corner. Them layups, bro. He just rebounding over people and just that's a putback dunk or a layup three from the corner. Whatever analogy floats your boat. But I just think he is accurate. But when you have a receiver of the echelon and ilk and caliber of DeAndre Hopkins, you gon' hell. What's the meme? Shit, I'm down there somewhere. I'm just throwing this bitch up.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to like scrutinize like whatever he got going on. Like I'm just like curious because like obviously like here's another one. I believe I'm saying. Let me just make sure. Kevin Martin. Let me make sure the name matching the face I'm thinking about. Okay, it is Kevin Martin, right? In the NBA, had the wicked 3-point shot, almost like looks crazier than how either Sean Marion's or Lonzo Ball's their release was. Play for the Rockets, play for the Sacramento Kings. And so I think about like how his 3-ball was, how it just looked unorthodox, but it was wet. And like when you look at Kyler Murray, like some like those big bombs that he'll nail, it's not like precision. It's just like, again, it's the dancing merry-go-round, and like he just like from like the ground, just I'm just like, bro, this shit is on. How is he doing? And I'd be curious to know, like, is that just a beautiful touch he has, or if those are just like, bro, this nigga got the most beautiful.
I saw him throw one off his
his
back foot this past week, and it dropped right in the bucket. And he was
Right.
fading back.
Yeah, he has crazy arm talent.
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? It's that baseball background and allowing him to get different angles on the football. Yeah. Different platforms.
Yeah. No. To speak on what you're talking about, Edward, I wouldn't take anything away from him as far as his ability to throw contested balls and deep balls. He's very, very, very talented that way. Where he has deficiencies is the intermediate level, so 10 to 19 yard range. Well, the data shows it out, but the question is it Kyler or is it Cliff?
Good numbers.
I mean, the numbers are what the numbers are. I mean,
numbers don't. Always say the numbers don't tell the whole entire story.
The numbers don't tell the whole story. That's why I said afterwards, if Sean Hart would listen for my complete point, we don't know if it's Kyler or Cliff that is causing his deficiencies from 10 to 19 yard range, right? Is it the air raid offense that Cliff Kingsbury is running, right? That's either that's either, hey, we're throwing a screen or a slant, or we're throwing it deep, right? Very, very little stuff that's going on in the intermediate range pass game there. So we don't know. He could be able to do it fine, right? We don't know if it's a height thing, if he has a height deficiency or whatnot. We don't know. So all the numbers say is that he has a deficiency there. We don't know why. We don't know if it's him. We don't know if it's Cliff. We don't know what. But the stuff that we do see he's good at, he is good. He does have a great deep ball. He's good at scrambling around and stuff like that. But I will tell people this, right? Those plays that he does, those are low percentage plays. There's a reason why Russell Wilson has not gotten an MVP vote yet. He does those plays. Russell Wilson has made a career out of doing those plays. The thing is, you can't count on that week by week by week by week. Those plays you can't count on every week.